Happy holidays from all of us at the RWL YouTube channel. Good evening, wrestling fans. We are in Memphis, Tennessee for RWL's year-end supercard, the Memphis Million. My name is Don Hickson, and joining me are the entire broadcast teams of both RWL Rage and Snarl. That includes Christy Ogilvie, Myron Schimmelman, Hangman Tex Lynch, Wally Cardell, and Johnny Bianco. And it's our biggest and most expensive card every year. Why? Because every year we give away $2 million.
And that's because this card's going to climax with two, not just one, but two battle royals. One for the gentlemen and one for the ladies. And oh man, it is going to be, and just before all that, we got a great lineup.
But it's not all sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows, as the damn sectarians are definitely in the building tonight. No doubt prepared to try and ruin stuff as usual. We've got extra security around anyone that might be threatened, including all of us.
We have, however, done our best to minimize their presence besides extra security. Most of the sectarians have been barred from participating in either of our two battles royal tonight, and I bet they're pretty pissed off about it. But it is what it is. That notwithstanding, it's set to be a terrific year-end card.
It most certainly will be, Wally, and let's get underway without delay with our opening contest this evening. A matchup, a Legends Division matchup, between Curt Hennig, Mr. Perfect, and Jake the Snake Roberts.
With two snakes at ringside, Damien and Bobby the Brain Heenan. Oh man, this is gonna be nuts.
Our opening contest is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Bobby the Brain Heenan from Robbinsdale, Minnesota, weighing 235 pounds, Mr. Perfect, Curt Hennig.
Mr. Perfect feels like he's just been spinning his wheels all year while going nowhere. With just a handful of title opportunities, and both he and Jake the Snake have got eyes on title matches going into the new year. I guess this match is all about where they're gonna fall in the line for one.
That's exactly right. They're looking to see which one of them is going to be first.
And neither Curt Hennig or Jake Roberts cares too much about who the opponent will be, so long as there's a championship belt at Rainbow's End. Now Perfect has a lot more technical skill than Jake, but Jake is a nasty brawler-style competitor with a total mastery of ring psychology. That's gonna make for an interesting mix.
That's what I think. I can't even call who's gonna win this one.
His opponent from Stone Mountain, Georgia, weighing 242 pounds, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Most recently, a former No Rules champion, Jake the Snake Roberts, coming down to ringside with his little friend Damien in that burlap sack. And you know what happens when Jake Roberts wins a match.
Yeah, that's right. Everybody panics and runs, and I bet you Bobby Heenan's gonna run like hell when he sees that snake come out of that bag if Jake the Snake Roberts wins this match against Mr. Perfect.
Jake displays his usual characteristic cool demeanor, and he's definitely not scared of Mr. Perfect or his abilities, as Jake the Snake has a skill set all his own that Curt Hennig would be. Smart not to underestimate. Overconfidence from either man could cost them the win here.
We got us a loud and raucous crowd. The vibe here in Memphis is outstanding. We got two great legends starting us off here tonight. Let's see where it all goes. Referee Charles Lucero sounds the bell. Here we go. Jake the Snake fails to connect with the running Bulldog. Mr. Perfect from behind. German release suplex right in front of Bobby Heenan and a running clothesline for good measure. Now look at Bobby Heenan taunting Jake the Snake. Coward. Again from behind Mr. Perfect. But Jake the Snake Roberts countering with a series of elbows. Now Jake locks up Perfect. Winds up the arm. Look at this. A little bit of George the Animal Steel kind of stuff there. And a suplex into the bargain. Then an arm breaker into the devil. Man, to seal the deal. Knee to the head. Oh, Mr. Perfect in some trouble right away. Jake the Snake, oh man, blatant stomp to the face. Jake Roberts with a hard right, spins ankle. Oh man, he just spun perfect around, but Perfect quickly counters into a snap suplex. Down goes Jake Roberts, quickly back to his feet. Mr. Perfect right on top of the thing here. Winds up the arm, gets him down to on it. Oh man, what a stomp to the upper shoulder. Mr. Perfect knocks him up, has him up, but Jake the Snake Roberts turning it into a quick and dirty DDT. You know Jake Roberts is a master of the DDT. Jake the Snake playing with his food here, drives a knee into the head of Mr. Perfect. Follows it up with another stomp. Perfect counters with a kick, gets back up on his feet. Jake the Snake Roberts catches a couple of hard rights and a left and an uppercut. And down goes Jake. Perfect drives a knee into the face of Jake Roberts. Mr. Perfect rounds him up again. Oh man, series of hard shots, a couple of kicks into a Hurricane Rana real quick. Jake Roberts quickly stepping out and backing off. Oh, look at this. Referee Charles Lucera can barely hold him back. Mr. Perfect hot to get back into the action here. Running clothesline takes Jake the Snake Roberts right back down again. Mr. Perfect rounds him up. Again, winds up the arm, gets him down on his knees, stomps on the shoulder one more time. Bobby Heenan liking what he's seeing so far. Mr. Perfect winds up the arm again, another arm breaker. Mr. Perfect strategically working on the upper arms of Jake the Snake Roberts. And look at this, here's a nice submission stretch. Oh man, that's just sadistic. Mr. Perfect takes himself all the way topside, and here we go, diving elbow across the back of Jake the Snake Roberts. Perfect rolls Jake over, goes for the cover and hooks the leg. One, but only a one, and barely just. Mr. Perfect follows it up with another stomp. Gonna try and keep Jake the Snake off his vertical base, which is smart to do. Jake backs it off. Shoulder tackle takes Perfect down. Now Jake Roberts goes back to work putting the boots and the knees from Mr. Perfect. Jake gathers him up again. They lock it up. And look at this right here. Nice vertical suplex. Simple but effective. That's Jake. It's basic, but it always works. Perfect. Nice suplex right there. Perfect gathers him up again. And here we go. Look at this. From that suplex. Lands Jake just a little bit above center ring. Mr. Perfect catches a shot to the midsection from Jake Roberts. Jake whips him into the far corner, charges, running clothesline does not connect. Jake the Snake caught an elbow from Mr. Perfect. Oh man, that was a nice suplex too. Again, Jake Roberts playing mind games with Mr. Perfect. Whips him to the ropes. Beautiful hip toss from Jake the Snake Roberts. Perfect counters with a shot. Couple of rights, left. Woohoo! What a spinning punch right there as Perfect covers one. And again, just one. Jake the Snake Roberts using the ropes to get himself back to his feet outside on the apron. And here comes Mr. Perfect. Whoa, hung up on the top rope by Jake. Jake brings himself back inside. Shoulder tackle takes Perfect right back down again. Now a series of stomps to the face. Curt Hennig. Jake the Snake Roberts delivers a leg breaker. Mr. Perfect gathered back up again. Right, left, kick, and whoop, a knee to the head. And a stomp to the midsection. Jake the Snake Roberts taking himself all the way topside once more. Waiting for Mr. Perfect to get himself to a standing position. And here we go. Double axe handle finds the mark right across the head of Mr. Perfect as Jake goes for the cover and hooks the leg. One, two, and a two. Well, two. Better than Perfect's done. Jake Roberts is Perfect up against the ropes. Hard whip into the ropes. And another hip toss. Lays Perfect out again. Here comes Bobby Heenan. Definitely doesn't like what he's seeing right now. Mr. Perfect moves in. The distraction. Will it work? Jake the Snake says, oh no, nice try, baby. He's got him in the cradle, slams him into the turnbuckle, and pitches him out center ring. Now Jake Roberts, snowing blood in the water here. And here we go, there it is, the DDT, the DDT. guarantee is only Jake the Snake Roberts can deliver it, and I do believe he just busted Mr. Perfect wide open too. Jake dragging Mr. Perfect just about center ring. Goes for another pin. 1, 2. Yeah, Mr. Perfect busted open pretty bad, but still managed to break the pin. Got that left shoulder up just in time. Jake Roberts. Look at him at his leisure here. Again, playing with his food. Like snakes play with mice. Bobby Heenan. I don't know, he's probably trying to make some kind of deal with Jake the Snake. Huh. Look at this. Oh, man, Jake the Snake in trouble. Mr. Perfect. Here it is. Oh, man, beautiful little small package right here. 1, 2. No, just a 2. Mr. Perfect. Bleeding and frustrated. Lines up Jake Roberts again. Working on that arm. He's been working on that arm this whole match. Mr. Perfect. Rounds Jake up. Again, winding up the arm. Pretty soon, Jake's not going to be able to use that arm for very much of anything. Jake the Snake Roberts back to his feet. Perfect locks him up. Whips him into the far corner. Running tackle. Oh, man. Rebounds out of the corner. Mr. Perfect rounds him up. Another beautiful suplex. Perfectly executed by Mr. Perfect. Oh, duh. Huh. Jake Roberts being dragged center ring. What's Mr. Perfect got in mind here? Oh, look at this. Here's the submission. Here's the sharpshooter. Referee watching to see what's going on. Jake Roberts could be in big trouble here. Look at this. Powering out of that sharpshooter. Locks up Mr. Perfect. Has him up over the shoulder. Hangs him up over the top rope. Boy, yoink. Huh. Mr. Perfect trying to get back to his feet, but Jake Roberts right there. Another vertical suplex from Jake the Snake. And now Jake the Snake says, well, try to damage my arm here. Let me do a little bit of that to you. Jake rounds up Mr. Perfect again. Kick to the midsection. Right. And oh man, a nasty right in the injury. Huh. Jake rounds him up again. Winds up the arm. Short arm clothesline. It takes Perfect down to the canvas. Bobby Heenan just can't seem to shut up. If referee Charles Lucero had any sense, he'd get him the hell out of here. Jake quickly going for another cover. 1, 2, 3, and whoa, Jake the Snake Roberts pulling that one off pretty neatly by pinfall.
The time was 8 minutes and 15 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Jake A. Snake Roberts.
So it seems Jake the Snake wearing out Mr. Perfect to the point where he could not continue and got the pinfall win over Curt Hennig. And look at this, here we go. Bobby Heenan trying to hide the referee, begging Jake the Snake Roberts to put that thing away, but might as well be talking to a brick wall.
Oh man, that was a pretty impressive matchup. And Mr. Perfect, he did try, but Jake the Snake Roberts definitely showed him up. And well, pinfall win for Jake the Snake Roberts. We'll be right back with more of the RWL Memphis Million right after the break. Stay right where you are.